to make a great wreath that's going to be grand and dramatic, but very easy to make, and it only requires 4 supplies, and one of those is the wreath, okay? We're making this big and bold, so we're using an 18-inch wreath. And what you're going to need is 4 long sprays. So these are long, I'm not 4, 3, sorry. 3 long dynamic sprays, okay? And these will be the bulk of our design. The cool thing is these are already made like this. This is one of these things that makes this go so easy for you. And we're playing in the bluey, purple, lavender color combinations here. Now, the other supply we're going to use, this will be our greenery, and we're using a lavender. So it's beautiful because it's going to have purple at the tips, but green at the bottoms. 2 bushes of that. And then, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm using twigs, and I'm loving the butterfly twigs, because this is definitely a spring color combination. We're going to use 2 of these. So 3 of the hydrangea sprays, 2 of the beautiful lavender stems, and then 2 of these. So a total of 3 different floral type pieces in there with multiples of each. So we're going to start off by shaking hands with each one of these bushes. They have these gorgeous hydrangeas in green and purple. And we're going to get these placed in first. And basically we're going to do these like a triangle. We have 3. Cut these down to where they have about a 4-inch stem, because they are long. We need to put them in the grapevine. I'm going to try to use glue, but when they're a longer stem like this, we may have to use wire or cable tie to tie it in. All right, so I've cut that down to about 4 inches. I'm going to come in, and we're going to start here and just go a little past 6 o'clock. I'm going to push that in. I'm not gluing it yet because we're going to get our spacing right. Okay, there's number 1 in. So if that's there, we're going to need another one like right in here. And this is going to be an all the way around design. And we'll put this one in right here. Okay, so let's just take a look at it. These 2 I like. This one I need to work on a little bit. It needs to come down just a little bit. Now grab them, hold the tip up, go into your glue, twirl it and swirl it. And we're going to go ahead and start to put these in. All right, let's do it. And if you don't think the glue is strong enough to work, it's going in good for me, then you can always take and cable tie them in, or wire them. I'm coming in with my Spanish moss to cover up the glue because I used a lot of it. And then we're shaping this dude out. Pretty! All right, next one's going right here. I like that. We can maybe go just a little bit lower. And you can play with it, guys, first without glue, remember. All right, let's come in right here. Push that in nice. Oh, good. And this is wired, so I can have it kind of come around a little to create that flow. We're going around. These kind of wreaths are great to make because they come together quickly, but they're very dynamic and beautiful. And this one I want it to end up right about there, okay? So this one's a little lower, that's higher, and I get a nice triangle going, okay? So I'm gonna think about where I want that big hydrangea to end up at. All right. Come on in here, you pretty girl. Get in there. And I want to make sure I'm not pushing through the back. And I did go through the back a little, so I'm going to come back and angle it. There we go. Much better. You can feel if it kind of lets loose really quick when you're pushing with all that glue, then you know, uh-oh, that did not go right. That went through the back. And those are big dynamic stems, so we need them in there really good. I'm covering the mechanics of the glue with the Spanish moss. All right. Everybody's looking good. Super great placement. We are good to go. Now that that's done, we're going to come in with this greenery and go between all of that. We're going to start with 9 pieces of this bush. I'll cut it all, but we're going to cut it long because we're going to need some short too. All right, now we're going to put 3 in each section. So I'm going to come in with some glue, dip it, and each open section is going to get 3. So I'm going to start with 1 out here, And I want to push these in where they're kind of about the same perimeter as the greenery. We're going to start to make our shape. Now, if you can see the glue, you need to be coming back with moss. I'm putting a good amount of glue on there. 2. It's real important in this part because this is just going to be greenery in these sections, so you've got to cover this glue. 1, 2, 3 long pieces in there. Go into the vine, go into it. We're not going through the back, into it. So the same process in each section. So there's the first 3, and you can see we're starting to shape out the outside. We're going to do the outside down here. Let's do this. There's 1, 2. And I kind of weaved that one a little bit so I get it didn't pop through the back. And then number 3. So if you're not careful, you'll have a whole bunch of these small wires coming out the back. So take your time. There you go. Beautiful. So you can see we're starting to shape out our shape. And you should start to see when you step back, you should see a good shape coming. Yeah, it's looking good. We're working that perimeter right now. So we're going to come into the 3rd section right here. Do the same thing. And I'm not going right out to the edge. I'm kind of going in about 1 inch in on the wreath. If you want it larger, you can go out to the edge. It just will take more supplies, so I'm going to tuck it in a little bit. You have to be careful. If you go way out, that's how I ended up inadvertently creating a much bigger design, is I went way out on some piece I made. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's pretty too. So you might discover another beautiful way to do it. Okay. And 1 more right in there. So we laid out a gorgeous perimeter shape. And we created a nice structure. So what I want you to do is step back from it and take a look at it and make sure it has a good feel all the way around. That looks good. So I'm going to grab one of my other lavenders. This is a 2nd lavender bush, and I started to prep it already. But the first thing I'm going to do is push these up short. All right. So they are a little bit more clustered together. And then I just need about a 2 to 3 inch stem on these. Okay. It doesn't have to be real long. So I'm going to trim that whole bush that way, which I've already done. And then that gives me the whole bush of nice short clusters like this that are shorter. Okay. And we're going to start to put those in our design. Here's the pattern that I think works best. We're going to do 2. So the first one will come on the left here, and we're going to kind of go back, and I want it to kind of lay between these 2, okay, just like that. Try not to get glue everywhere like I just did a terrible glue string. I forgot to swirl it. Didn't do my twirl and swirl. And then come and cover the mechanics. There's 1. Now I'm going to do 1 over here. Separate it out to the right. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, kind of falling between those 2 right there. Oh, don't go to the back, go into the grapevine. Right here is a little tricky. So if you feel like that, like it's just going to nowhere, what I want you to do is get more glue on there. Get some moss ready. Tuck it in, and then we're going to use moss to kind of hold it. So I'm going to put moss in this crack to hold that whole dude in place. Now our 3rd piece that we're going to use is going to come to the center. And you want it to be, nice and chunky. It's going to come right here to the middle. Okay, trim that one short. And let's go in here. Beautiful. All right, I love it. Let's come down here now. Same process. We're going to lay the first one where it comes between these 2 and just go under that fern leaf. Okay, it needs to go back a little here. Right there. And then we'll put 1 more right here. Okay. Those are still working to the outside. And then the final piece works to the inside. make it just a little bit shorter than we did. Maybe not quite that short. And I am working to the center. Pretty. Okay, so I'm filling in that area really nice. Bend on it. All right, same thing going on right here. We're going to take 2 pieces, work into the outside in between our holes. So I'm working a little bit more. You know, when I'm putting these in, I've got to back in closer to the base. So I'm gluing and then I'm mossing. We're going to do one more. Okay, and let's put a little bit more moss on there. And now my final piece will go to the center. All right, so we've done really good with getting our placement nice and clean, really. So we filled in those open gaps, which is looking good. I can see on camera how good it's looking. We filled in these open gaps in between here. We're going to grab that lavender and we're going to have a touch behind and in front of each cluster. You should have 6 pieces left. Some are short, some are long, which is going to work great. We're going to start off by working with a long piece, 1 behind each cluster. And I would just do it where it kind of makes sense, like right by this fern. We don't want it to look like we missed a gap, but we want to look like one of these kind of was able to grow behind there. All right. Doesn't need to be too long. It's going to just come out from behind here where you have the fern. And we're going to push that one in. Perfect. So let's find the fern on that one and do the same thing. I'm using the longer pieces we had left from the first bush. Right here. And we'll push her in. She's going to come out behind there. And then we'll have one here behind this fern. So it's still saying the same size as the perimeter you already created. But adding that nice touch of purple. Purple. Love that. Okay, so we did a good job in the perimeter. We kind of supported behind each of these with a touch of lavender. Going to do the same thing on the inside, coming inside right next to each of the big blooms. There's a little greenery here. I think it would look kind of good if it went on top of that little piece of greenery. So a little bit, I'm thinking we go a little bit behind each of the purple hydrangeas. So behind each with us. So you just decide what you want to do. I'm not going to push these really short, but it just gives you a little more touch of the purple in this zone where there wasn't previously. So I'm going to go behind each hydrangea. So right here, I'm going to tuck it behind and it's going to lay on top of the greenery, which is going to kind of cohesively tie that in, which I love. So come under here, try to. I got a whole bunch of glue here. Okay, and I'm going to cover that with moss because that could get moved up and I don't want anybody to see that. All right, and then one more right behind this one, so it would come into here. This one's a little crazy, so I'm going to shorten it. But I love how this is turning out, guys. This is beautiful. And then we have that touch of lavender kind of coming to the center, a little more full everywhere. Go ahead and take and break them down to a couple sections. So separate the bottom stem off here, okay, and bring those down, and we'll cut that right below this big knot. This looks like it's hard to cut, but it's not. Just nib it down. And the butterflies I want to go in the green sections, so they will lay up in the green section. So I'm just going to start by laying this in here. We're not going to try to mount it or anything, because we're only using 2 butterfly stems, so I want to make sure I can get good placement. This is a smaller one. So it's the half of that one left. So I'm going to just kind of wiggle it in over here. And I just didn't think we needed 3 stems of butterflies because I didn't want the butterflies to be that dominant. So I wanted to figure out how to make it work with 2. So here is the other one. I'm going to do the same thing with it where I trim it at that really chunky spot, and then we'll keep, let's see, how many we keep with her? 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll keep this for our second one, okay? Same cut. And I have already shook hands with this, and I kind of curled some of them and had some fun. You do the same thing. Now, got to stay with the flow, so that comes up and under, and then we'll be kind of going back here. That looks really good, guys. This is like the little touch that's going to take it to the next level. So these butterflies are going out, so this second stem would kind of work a little more tight in right here. And I think it would work fine. All right, so we kind of have our placement started. Let's go ahead and start to glue these in. Put that in there. And we're going to tuck that back in. Yep. And once again, you can also, like, if you feel like that is too tight in there, you can take and tie it. You don't have to glue it. All right. Number 2 going in. Right here is the longer one. But here I have a lot of Spanish moss, and I already put the other greenery, so that'll help me kind of get it started in there. Yep, good job. It feels so good when it goes in there strong, right? Oh, beautiful. So those 2 are in. Let's go to the top. And these are, I'm going to squeeze on a little. These ought to be a little easier because we just have 1 to go in there. So you're going to keep with the direction and keep that flow going around. And then just tuck these in right there with the other beautiful flowers. Okay, gorgeous. And then finally this one over here. Kind of get you started going between the pieces of the grapevine, and then it'll slide in after. I wish we could put these in first. It'd be easier, but you're not going to want to work around them. They have to lay on top of the greenery, so they got to go in last. We got it. Okay, make sure these guys are coming up, and they're coming up to meet the guests at the door. We want to pull them forward, and they need to stay in the greenery sections. They can come out a little, but pretty much they're about to hit those hydrangeas and flowers, but they're not quite there yet. All right, guys, let me show you the depth on it. It's beautiful. Look how pretty. This is going to look really beautiful in person. And you could play around with it if you wanted to put like a big, like a nest in here. You could put a bow in this section if you wanted to do a bow. There's all kind of options, but I think it turned out stunning. And it's just takes a little bit of time to put it together, but it's actually a very easy recipe. All right, Bloomerinos, y'all go have fun with flowers.